and also the pride of being the best KPL teams, the best team in KWC2025 is at stake at this series. We are almost ready to go into game number 3 here, Ken.
I love this. We want the bragging rights for this game. And now, this is the time where both teams have the chance to move forward and stay ahead of the competition again.
Exactly the case here, and as we look at towards the series here, I'm starting to think here Snowy has been so consistent here, but I want to point out as well, Crane with his mid lane is so crucial and fundamental coming in from TT Global here. He was making so many plays.
Okay, so let me give you the options available for AGAL at the start of the game. You have two choices to make if you want to be aggressive. Number one, you go and contest this Azure Golem because Dune definitely needs it level 1, or you go and steal the red.
But both of those might be the winning opportunities here for both of these teams. But we are getting into game number 3. Onto the gorge is AGAL and TT Global. What are the winning conditions here for these two teams?
For me, definitely, if you're AGAL, you want to be looking at the early game here. Make sure that Zoe, Sheng, Yino on this try-push strategy gets value. For the side of TT Global here, your side lane will be detrimental in your mid to late game.
Yes, look, I think we need to focus on Crane here. He's not going to have a good time. Sheng has one of the best wave clears in the early start of the game, so Crane is not going to be able to clear as fast. He needs to then provide value in another way. Maybe help to take a few licks onto the buffs for his jungler.
And just look at Sheng's rotation here coming in from AGAL. He knows for a fact that Yino is 1v2. He's coming in to force out some of these spells coming in from TT.
You can see Sheng already being very aggressive, right? This is where you want to go, but Joy, not the best position to be in.
Yeah, not the best position to E in the river here gets burned out immediately. Check out the trio real quick. Another Yino trio coming in. Yino, go shine on the biggest stage. We're excited for your amazing performance.
And definitely, but for now, it's not a good situation, right? They have already rotated their third member down into the farm lane. So TT Global, they get the fire beak on that bottom. This is, like you mentioned many times across KWC, a one-time chance to get the advantage. It's now in TT Global's hands.
That is how you cement the early game advantages here. You steal the camps away, you secure the neutral objectives here, and TT Global is doing a pretty good job coming into the series.
In fact, they've taken every single marker in the farm lane here. There is nothing for them to look forward to.
Nothing to look forward to, but the engage goes through mid-side.
Yeah, I mean, they're a little bit too thick here. The emergence just come through from Crane, and there it is! The Wind Slash, as well as the Unruly Blade, onto the back line of AGAL.
Ooh, too deep there coming in from Sheng. He wants to use the Winds of War to push back Sunrise here, but Sunrise, he is so tanky onto this Dune, survives the push-up, and makes it out alive while taking down AGAL Sheng.
Okay, before I make my point, I know you guys were asking for it. Clash for Fame, that's your code. Go and key it in, get your rewards. And of course, now, the reward for Sunrise, that first blood, extra EXP, extra gold, and he's going to be extra tanky.
Extra tanky is the name of the game coming in from the side of the Dune Dolia of TT Global here. But we want to see the game plan here coming in from AGAL. Where is the push potential? Where is the pressure onto Snowy?
It has to be for manpower advantage, right? Because there's nothing they're winning on the map right now. TT Global, they've defended their camps, they've stolen camps, they've taken every single objective across the map, across all 3 lanes. And now TT, they feel the advantage.
They are looking at the advantage right now, and look at the bottom side. Yino is getting pressure. With more and more members are being committed towards this top side as the River Sprite is almost about to spawn.
Once again, this is an important marker. This is a free gold, free XP. TT Global, they want to force this out. And the rotations. Now, we talked about Sheng having a good rotation, good wave clearing. They're behind. Even with that fast clear, he cannot do much.
You cannot do much indeed, especially when you're against the best of the best 2 teams here. The map awareness, the rotations, the manpower. It comes immediately. It comes super fast here. So if you want to find mistakes that's happening on the map, you gotta be quick.
Look at how Joy has rotated, achieving so many things at the same time. Number one, running through the river. You have a lead, you get vision, you know where they are not at on the side of AGAL. You are also able to back up Sunrise if there is an invasion on the Azure Golem. So many things just by walking down that river.
That is the job of a rover, right? You're providing intel, as we mentioned from time to time. Intel is wintel. If you give information, you give it to your teammate.
I mean, Joy here looking a little bit worse for wear, using the Heartlink struggling to get out. I mean, right now, they're going to need every man on deck when this neutral objective comes up in 1 second.
It doesn't feel like they have a huge gold advantage. In fact, there is none at all. But TT Global, this is a great start for them. No steal available. First time of the game goes the TT Global.
Very clean up here coming in from TT Global here. They force out Schwei's common spell here. Super low. Schwei is not able to participate in the team fights. Hence, they have to give away this tyrant that has been spawned onto the map here. And right now, if you look at the map state here, TT Global, they're invading hard towards the bot side.
They want to make a trade. Right now, Ching, he's not in a position to contest. The information is given over. But at the same time, look, I think what Sunrise doesn't care. They know about the the Crimson Golem coming up in 5 seconds, and this will be funneled into the hands of Snowy.
It will be funneled, but look at the bottom side once again here. They are pressuring the red side. They are looking to pressure this tower here. Ron teleports to the bottom side, looks to defend this, but he will be met by multiple members of the side of TT.
Okay, right now they want to match pace, but they also want to be ahead. Sunrise takes that buff instead. He rushes to his Azure Golem. So TT Global playing the map so well. First ball going to be dropped, but there's nothing that AGAL can do at this point.
But look at the goalie here, Ken. 5 minutes in, we talk about how TT Global is amazing in securing these early game objective. GAL is in the goal lead right now.
I mean, that's how you keep on pace, right? Steal the camps, make sure you get a good fight as well. Right now, they're still poking and prodding.
Oh, the Ruly Blade is going to be in. Obviously, the Celestial LED just used for the refresh here for now. Looking pretty low is going to be Zoe into the back of that T1. Team fights are looking pretty hairy. Sunrise is in the enemy jungle. Maybe looking to contest this Azure Golem. It's going to be Sunrise. He's able to get it. He claims it for himself.
Not a good situation for the side of AGAL. Not the position they want to find themselves in. But you play the card you're dealt with, and TT Global, they're playing it well.
So much damage here coming in from the side of TT Global here. The value coming in from a Fedun here, going in with the Unruly Blade, gets the refresh from the Doliac here, gets back out, and that provides so much mobility on this Dune.
And I want you guys to notice something, right? We're talking about all the other members, and there's one member we don't really talk about, and that is Snowy. And that's a bad sign for the side of AGAL fans, because that means Snowy has been farming. And when you give him a lot of farm, and there's a big shield in front, in the form of Sunrise and Ching, there is no escape.
This goes back to the pick and ban that we talked about.
Wait there, the Unruly Blade is going to be committed once more. The Destiny encounter does come through for the side of AGAL. The Annihilation comes through. We do get the kill onto Sunrise. He got a little bit too close to the sun and got burned by Shang.
And this is where Shang provides so much value. The wave clear. If you stay and fight in the domains of AGAL, you will be burnt alive. And TT Global, they're kind of licking their wounds. They might have to give away this Azure Golem.
Oh, the Azure Golem does get secured by Joy. They're not the best person you wanted to be here, but AGAL, with that one kill there, gets the bottom tower, gets back the control of the game here. We talked about this in the pick and bans here. If you're looking at the backline access here, Ron single-handedly zone out 3 members on the side of TT.
At the same time, this is the turret push strat, right? You have the Akudo and Zoe. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of bursts. You have Zoe, you have Shang, and they are target takers.
Snowy over the wall gets the takedown onto Shang. We have the artillery coming through here as well. Maybe a bit of a dive here from Sunrise. Looking to try and contest that Azure Golem. We use the Unbridled Abrams to go in and just clear that team fight.
So smart. Look, Joy had to protect the team by sealing that his own team's Azure Golem. So they made the call. We need a buff for the side of Sunrise. He needs the CDR. He needs the mana regeneration. And right now, TT under fire.
Under fire indeed. Snowy is not looking too good here. He does get one head fight in war. And then it is the Annihilation. It's on the backline. Crane just going to be used there to push away AGAL. I mean, imagine that Annihilation landed. That would have been clean.
But it landed on no one, and AGAL comes up clean, gets the kill onto Snowy, who has expended his flash from the previous fight here. And right now, we look at the goalie here. It's looking dead even, but slightly towards the advantage.
Oh! Crane from downtown. The Annihilation is going to just get that pressure off to that mid lane. And right now, Ron may have to run at some point. This is a 2v1. Sages might be committed, and he gets taken out.
This is not late game. You can cannot get this kill, Sheng, they get a consolation prize in the form of the Tyrant. It's not even a shadow version at this point, but TT Global, they're feeling strong. They see the advantage. Ching playing the split push as well. T1 in the mid, under fire.
Wei having to use the TP out of there, but that is going to be the Unruly Blade being committed as well. Can he get out? There's a lot of slow for Sunrise to be contested with. There it is. He gets out of jail free.
So much damage coming in from Yino onto this channel here. He's slowly scaling towards this late game giant that AGAL need here. Game is dead even between both of these two teams here. And man, TT Global, they had an amazing 2 catches.
Learn the tips. This is where you recover from the game. Do not force unnecessary team fights. Play the map, clear the waves, get the turrets. And right now, TT Global, they've recovered. And with that growth, late game, TT Global going to be extremely scary with Snowy and Crane.
And the first fighting point that we have to see, and we will be seeing, will be the Shadow Tyrant. That will be spawning in the less than 30 seconds here. Look at both teams here. They are looking to clear out these waves here. Have a neutral wave state to see who can get an advantage positioning on this team fight.
Yep. AGAL, they want to realize the strength, the potential, taking turrets. But they're not allowed to because TT keeps poking and prodding, and Ching, late game, he is almost unkillable. They're going on him.
Ooh, the flash, yeah, having to be used there by Ching. I mean, is there going to be a bit of a dive here? We see a bit of a pincer movement from the side of TT Global, but now they're just trying to position this Shadow Tyrant fight.
Howl has been committed from the side of TT Global here. They're looking for a positioning coming in for this team fight. AGAL repositioning the wraparound. Look at Sunrise. He's face checking Turan.
Yeah, the Annihilation just come through. A bit of a bait and switch there for Crane on the side of TT Global, but still very aggressive with this team fight. A lot of flashes going on right now.
Unless Sunrise or Ching falls, there is no way they win this fight against TT Global. And right now, they're already starting Sunrise. They're giving them options. They're giving choices. What do you want to do? Do you want a Tyrant or the kills?
Yeah, there it is. Obviously, Furball being committed into the backline. Shui gets taken down. Sunrise cleaning up shop here. The sustain, but can Ron get access into the backline? He thought twice about that. He was going to go in, but he was like, if I go in, can I get out?
He can't. Snowy has the Crimson Golem. And look, they make the call. They want to go for more. It's not about the Tyrant. It's about the map control. T1 in the mid. They've lost this. They need to restore control across the map.
They need to recall control about the map here and look at the side of TT Global here. They know for a fact that wow, another snipe here coming in. But man, TT Global doing such a good job here. AGAL, they want to sneak away this Shadow Overlord here, but the positioning coming in from Ching and Joy, just neutralizing that potential.
The shovel is in the hands of TT Global. They're digging treasures across the map. A Tyrant, a kill and a Sheng, everything going in the way of TT Global.
TT Global, they are in the driver's seat right now, and I gotta say here, Crane, once again, the man himself to make all these snipes, all these plays here. He's having such a fantastic game.
Yeah, the pressure being put here to the mid lane. I mean, this is going to be 4 men on 1. There is no real kind of collapse here for the side of AGAL as they lose their T3, T2 in the mid lane.
Yep, and right away they can make a trade at the bottom lane as well. But for now, it's not the trade you want. You want more gold in your pockets because TT Global, they have a very slight lead. And we have seen when Titans get the gold lead, they get an advantage. They will dominate with that advantage.
Okay, let's talk about team fighting here. We have yet to see Ron find a very big backline access thanks to Ching onto this Fuzi. If Ching never uses the ultimate, Ron can never go in. And TT Global will always have the range advantage to poke you guys down.
So many effects, right? Multifaceted factors coming in for the side of TT Global with not just the draft, but the kits and the timings as well. And straight away, they occupy the territory of the jungle of AGAL. And they're working on that Overlord.
Yeah, indeed working with the Overlord. Primal Bond is up, Shadow Tyrant is over. No more debuffs here, and TT makes light work of this Shadow Overlord here. If you're AGAL, you gotta formulate a game plan as they're looking for this push.
Maybe no way. Fight here could be the potential. I mean, obviously baiting out the emergence. This could be the Sage Spike being committed early with the Destiny counter already used into the team fight.
Backline, Ron!
Shrag goes down, but into the backline. Ron gets the access that he needs onto Crane with a takedown. Sunrise as well. Where is your attack on the side of TT Global?
Okay, they catch eyes on Zoe as well. One more.
Link is being used in here as well. Inuo looking pretty low. He has to flash over the wall for now. I mean, there it is. Zoe overextended. Snowy gets the takedown.
And look at this Fuzi pick providing so much value there. The intuition, the spell 2, damage reduction, tanking so much damage from the side of AGAL. Look at this replay there as we break it down. TT procs the hull, looks for the engage here, gets the engage onto the members of AGAL. But the healing coming in from Strike is just too major. Ron looking for that two-man backline access.
In live though, I mean, we've lost 2 lives already, 2 for 1 trade for the side of TT Global as they're trying to get that T3 in that bot side of the map. These Vanguards are doing the work. We just need to make sure that Ron is putting the pressure on.
It's a double whammy. Inuo gets taken down, right? They did trade the life with Joy, but who cares? Not that his life is not important, but Joy at this point, his value here is providing space for the team. Let's take a look at how that fight went down.
Well, definitely a bit of a misstep here, gets locked down by the Sage's Might, and the damage just comes bombarding in from Snowy on this Meng. Yeah, so much damage.
It's late game Meng.
Yes, in the live part here as well. Was they able to get the Azure Golem? Yes, Crane steals it.
Yep, not an ideal situation for the side of AGAL. They are suffering at this point. 5-9 in KDA, but just 1,000 gold that sets them apart. Barely at this point. TT Global, next objective. 6 seconds ago, Shadow Tyrant number 3.
Shadow Tyrant number 3 has been spawned onto the map here. Ching, the man of TT Global, is so consistent onto this Fuzi. The brick wall. Now, we have to see here, can Ron find another miracle engage here?
I mean, they're just trying to check out on Jing here, right? I mean, there's the Heart Link onto Jing as well. We're going to be seeing him there. Maybe use a Sage's Might there. Just able to lock down Ron, so he cannot have a clear access onto the backline of TT Global. Sunrise looking to put pressure onto Zoe. Just really just kind of denying the access onto TT Global at this point.
Do you see where Ron is going? He's trying to find Snowy, but he cannot find him. And Snowy's just dealing damage on the backline. Ching!
Oh, yep, verbal beacon in there. It was able to actually get onto Zoe, but not actually get the CC that was needed. Destiny counter once again, trying to apply the healing, trying to play the zone in, but here it is. Ching into the backline. Ron is really looking for access here into the team fight, but the Sages might be committed. But we are getting a takedown onto Sunrise into the team fight because it is split on 2 fronts.
Another Sage might be committed from the side of TT here. Sun goes down once again. 2-for-1 exchange in favor of TT Global.
They know that Zoe does not have smite. They're pushing the anti here. Ching looking for an opening on the backlines at the same time, providing time for Snowy. He gets that Shadow Tyrant, and once again, AGAL just suffering at the hands of TT Global.
Yeah, I mean, TT Global had the pressure into the top side of the map, right? We had the minion wave just giving that clear pressure, and it meant that AGAL was like, do we take the fight? Do we give them the Tyrant? And the question was, yes, give them the Tyrant, but now is that T3 going to fall?
That T3 is definitely going to fall towards the hands of TT as another Annihilation goes through mid lane. So much pressure coming in from Crane, coming in from Ching here. I gotta say, Ching on this Fuzi, immediate. So much constant lockdown onto Ron.
Yeah, it's all about the options that AGL have to choose from, right? You have to go for Snowy, but you have to go for Ching as well. And this was how the fight went down. I mean, nice catch by the backlines on the side of Ching. I thought it was going to be a 5v1. They tried to get the advantage, but the Annihilation really changed the state of that fight. And once you get Ching back onto your faces, there is no way to run.
There is no way to run indeed, and we see, even under the presence of Primal Bond here, TT Global so ahead in map control. Gets the second Shadow variant of the map here, and they are looking hands down strong right now.
This is what you want to see if you're a TT Global fan. Crane and Snowy, the both of them over 120,000 worth of damage dealt to the side of AGAL, and there's going to be plenty more coming.
Yeah, a lot of damage already been built up in the stock market for the side of TT Global. With the minion wave in the mid and the bot and the top, is this going to be the final frontier for the side of AGAL?
It's looking like it. The T3s at the bottom are falling. There is no more pressure coming in for the moment on the side of TT Global. But that is a short-lived moment.
Ooh, okay. Yes, Destiny counter be traded for the Annihilation there as well. I'm seeing 2 ultimates being expanded, but we do have the Dolio on the side of TT Global.
And Shadow Vanguards are slowly marching towards this final tier 3 of the side of TT right now. TT is looking for the push here. Snowy is super fat, and he is full stock right now into this fight.
Yep, he has the Crimson Golem looking for the opening. It's all about poking. They're going in.
Ching into the backline onto Ron. Obviously just making sure that the Ron does not have the access once again. He got the takedown. Annihilation putting so much damage and so much pressure onto the side of AGAL. Zoe looking to be the next victim come down, and the Crystal, game number 3, 2-1 to TT Global.
What a way to do it. Even a Death Store, even with his death, the mid laner on the side of TT Global, Crane.